Congratulations for coming down to beautiful Melbourne. This is my home city. I love Melbourne, Australia, and hopefully you're having a great time at the convention. Who has had a great time at the convention? Yeah. Who's learnt something at the convention? Yeah. You see, one of the topics, and sitting in the front row, that I was just been listening to all the leaders that have come up here. All the leaders that have come up here have reached very, very successful levels. Ruby Director, Emerald Director, Diamond Director, and every single leader in their presentation touched on this topic once. They were all emphasizing the power of growth, personal development. So my presentation's really honing in on that topic about becoming the leader that you want to be. So on the first day, Dennis asked everyone in the room, who would like to be Sapphire Elite? Who in the room would like to be Sapphire Elite within 12 months? Well, my secret that I want to share with you right now, you can be Sapphire Elite in 12 months by following the GPS program. Whether you can qualify for that or not, whether you're already at Sapphire 25, why don't you map out on your monthly planner your first month to go Jade again, to go Pearl, then to go Sapphire, then to go Sapphire 25, and really go, okay, that's the volume that I need to achieve. And if you do that, you will be able to achieve that Sapphire Elite level in the business. Follow the plan that's put in place. Whether you're able to be in that program or not now, due to already passing the time on that, follow that as your roadmap for success in the next 12 months, and you'll be a Sapphire Elite. Who here has spoke to every single person in their network? Every single person. So they've been in the business at least 6 to 12 months. They've spoke to everyone. Has everyone been through their warm market yet? You see, when you go through your warm market, that there is like your initiation. It's the easy part of the business. So everyone comes into network marketing and they enroll 15, 20, 30 people in their first 6 months, and then they hit a big wall because they have to go outside of their warm market now and speak to new people. Then they hit plateaus and they don't move forward with their business. And every year, leaders get up on stage and talk about growing, becoming the leader that you want to be. If you want to be a Diamond Director in Jeunesse, that's possible. It's already been done 300 times. The reason that it's not happening for you is because you're not quite prepared to do those diamond-based activities. So I want to really emphasize this as a key part for your business over the next 12 months, intentional growth. You are making the decision yourself for your future. You have control of that. You are the only person that can control your destiny. Jeunesse is moving and moving fast. This opportunity is growing exponentially. So if you're not prepared to grow and become that leader to enjoy those experiences, I can guarantee you this: in 12 months' time, when we have our convention, you'll come here with inspiration, motivation, you'll be excited, you'll go, yes, 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 I want to build Jeunesse. But it's like the definition of insanity, trying to take the same skills to the field time and time again. So if you want to become a bigger, better leader, Sapphire Elite and above, when you can control your future, you have to become that person. You see, everyone in the room, if you said you want to be a diamond, I could nearly get 100% of hands because the diamond lifestyle is incredible. But people see the people standing up on the dais, on the podium, accepting their gold medal, their silver medal, their bronze medal. But underneath that are the building blocks, the 10,000 hours, persistence, passion, focus, hard work, action, all these different ingredients that will help you succeed, will help you win, will help you elevate yourself to be at that level. So if you really want to be at that level, you need to make the decision to grow. At the start of this year, actually at the end of last year, Aaron and I always talk about investment in ourselves. We spent hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years on growth, intentional growth. And at the start of, I sort of said, we had a chat at the end of last year, we were reflecting on the year, and we said, we want to take our business to a new level. And if we keep churning up to the field with the same skills, we're probably going to be in the same place in 12 months' time. So investment in ourselves, continue turning up to seminars, continue to meet new people, continuing to build ourselves as leaders. I joined what I call a growth program at the start of the work, not even network marketing, but I wanted to better myself. One of those parts of the program was joining an accountability group of business owners. 8:30 Monday morning every single week, we have to report in. We're all in different businesses from all over the place, but we're reporting in and being accountable to each other. 8:30, if you're not on that call, you really do, get a rocket for not being on that call, because that's our commitment to each other. 10 different activities need to be ticked off, and you measure yourself against those activities. One of my activities was to speak to at least 7 new people every single week. At least 7 new people every single week. Every week I've turned up to that call. I think since February 1st, I've probably only done it once or twice, but I just compiled my list when I got back from India the other day, and I've got 35 people since February the 1st that I've had meaningful conversations with about Jeunesse. I've got 35 people that I can follow up about AM/PM, about NARA, about the product launch. So if you really want to elevate yourself and amplify your life and get to where you want to go, you need to grow. You need to become a better leader. And it's no excuses. Skills can be learned through practice. You're not born with a good mindset, you develop a good mindset. You're not born good on the phone, you get good on the phone. All right? So these skills can be learned. That's all a part of the growth process. Self-awareness, understanding where you're at. Have an out-of-body experience and actually look back and say, am I doing the work? Am I really good on the phone? Am I making excuses? That self-awareness where you really judge and criticize yourself can set you free. It's a really powerful thing. I always say this, your mechanics today can be changed. Your mindset can be changed through practice. If you continue to take the same car to the Formula One race every single year, you'll lose. The mechanics of a car, the Datsun 180B will never beat the Ferrari because the mechanics just won't work. So if you keep turning up with the same mindset, the same skill set, the same level of effort, you're not changing your mechanics. If you don't change your mechanics, you're not going to be able to build a better car to take to the race. This is self-responsibility. If you want to win, you have to take responsibility for that. The end of last year, I took responsibility for where my business is at. My business is going okay. Diamond lifestyle, traveling the world, being able to make financial decisions based on what I've put into Jeunesse, but I'm at the starting line. Aaron Biley's at the starting line. Lyndon Bienoff's at the starting line. Jeunesse is a baby. I'm getting ready for momentum now. All right? And if I don't improve, take responsibility, I'm never going to ever be able to fulfill what I believe is impossible with this company. I set myself a challenge at the start of the year to improve the quality of my contacts. One of my goals was to meet the best of the best entrepreneurs in Australia. So I followed up a guy who's got a wine company, wholesale wine company in Australia worth $50 million. I followed him up. I said, I just want to catch up and meet you face to face so you know who I am. Big tick. We went out and had lunch. Did it again with a number of other entrepreneurs. It was a challenge that I set myself because I wanted to improve my network. And because I wanted to improve my network, I wanted to be able to grow my business through better quality contacts. All right, so you need, through this growth process, to take responsibility. I read a book at the start of the year. Actually, it was an audio, 16 hours of content. People always say, I don't have enough time to read. I don't have time to grow. Well, the way I learn information is while I exercise, I'm doubling down on my time. I want to be fit, healthy, live a healthy lifestyle, live a Gen S lifestyle, but I also want to be good at business. So when I'm running, when I'm working out, when I'm training, I'll be listening to absolute quality information to help me grow. Doubling down on my time. This book in particular, audio in particular, is called Principles from Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio is listed in the top 100 wealthiest and most influential people in the world by Time Magazine, Inc., Fortune. He's an incredible business person that has a hedge fund worth $180 billion, 1,500 employees, offices all around the world, grew 20% through the GFC. When he put his business principles on his website, they were downloaded 3 million times within a month. Some of the biggest and successful businesses reckon it was the most powerful information they ever took on board. He made it open and public. So here's a concept, and when I was reading that book, I was regurgitating that information out onto my Facebook. I wanted people to actually take responsibility and learn those business principles because they'll help them grow. I said to myself at the time, maybe I won't work with people unless they listen to that. I'm going to force them to learn that information. And then I said, that's not going to work. They need to take that responsibility themselves to grow. Your responsibility to grow. So this book here, really, really good, honest growth model of taking action, learning lessons or reflecting and evolving. And it's the evolution that's the key for your success. So taking action, I can break people's businesses down in those three areas. If someone said to me, Craig, I want you to look at my business, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, how many people have you enrolled in the last 90 days? And if they say none, I say, well, you're not taking action. All right? But I am taking action. Well, you're not, because you're not getting results. Are you doing the phone calls? So we're breaking it down there. Then you might be taking action. You might be taking the action and you're not getting the results. Okay, what lessons have we learned through this process? And then once we understand and identify the lessons learned, what are we doing to improve ourselves? So Aaron mentioned yesterday, none of us could present publicly on stage. We'd never done it before, but we wanted to build a multi-million-dollar business. All right, so that required practice. The first time Aaron and I got in front, we knew the internet was powerful, got in front of a video, we set the video up and we wanted to introduce ourselves. While Aaron was talking, I was basically looking away, picking my nose. We didn't know anything about the internet and videos or anything like that. But 10,000 hours later, we both have big brands on the internet. All right, so it's important that you take this evolution process and really run with it. You need to iron out the errors in your business. If you're not good at the phone, work out why that is. Self-awareness, self-assessment. Work with your upline. Go and speak to, Google how to get good on the phone. There'll be lots of free information for you to do that. But if you don't do it, your business won't grow. We're here because I want everyone to be Sapphire Elite, earning equivalent of a full-time wage in Australia at that level, able to have choices at that level, got a platform to be able to go up to the next levels. The company's incentivizing people through the GPS program. I would encourage you to map your business out by that program. So you take action. So action and list all the productive activities. Calling people's productive, talking to people's productive, building your list. Following up's a productive activity. So list all the productive activities that will get you sign-ups and help you grow your business. All right. Then work out, are you taking action on those items? Learning the lessons. So you go, okay, I'm calling someone now. I got a big fat no. What happened there? Was I speaking to the right person? How did I go telling the Jeunesse story? How good was I at asking questions? Was I asking the right questions? You can really assess where you're going wrong. On the flip side, you get a sign up. You reflect on that process. Why did I get a sign up there? Was it because we got a really good relationship? Was it because that I was better on the phone? Was it because of timing? Was it because I asked the right questions? So we're sort of breaking down our business into the areas and then the evolutions. The evolution. Okay, I got a result there. I didn't get a result those 9 times. What processes am I putting in place? Am I going to get extra training? Am I speaking more regular to my upline? Is it because now with that result, I did a 3-way phone call and edified an expert that I got a result? So you need to take that evolution process, implement into your business, and watch yourself win. It's all about putting this into practice. You need to put it into practice. That's why I said that GPS, even if you're at Sapphire 50 now, if you want to get to Sapphire Elite, why don't this next month you go and repeat the process of becoming Jade, enrolling 4 people and helping them get 2. Then the next month, let's up it to becoming a Pearl, meeting the right volume criteria. If you're doing that and you have a tribe of people in your business also following that process, you'll set yourself up to win. It's really, really important to put this. None of these skills are that hard, really. They do challenge people. People do, I guess, have fear towards a number of these activities, but none of them are that hard. None of them are that hard. Growth will always happen when you go through pain. All right, so you're going through pain, you've been put into that situation. Aaron shared 3 absolute painful situations. What he's talking about, the alternative wasn't an option. He just wanted to win in a big way and was prepared to do what it takes. All right, so sometimes going through pain can really drive you forward. If you're failing by calling 100 people and getting 99 no's, that is a painful, painful process. But if you keep practicing, you get that 1 in 100, then you get better and you get 1 in 10, then you get 1 in 8. By through those 10,000 hours, you'll set yourself up to win. Jeunesse is the package. People always ask me about other opportunities. I get prospected for other opportunities day after day after day. People see me as a leader and go, hey, I want you in my business. We're launching something new. But I look at it within 3 seconds. I wipe it out based on the things that we have that they don't. Jeunesse is working. Jeunesse is breaking records every month. Every 6 months, you'll have a chance to relaunch your business just as if you were the first to the market with Jeunesse every 6 months. 2 product launches here, chance to go and speak to every single person again. We just opened up India, chance to speak to every single person again. New products will get launched later in the year, chance to speak to every new person again. This is a new opportunity every 6 months. Why aren't you going back and say, well, would you like to be first to market for this company? We've already created history. Then I say to the person, it's not Jeunesse isn't working. They're continuing to bring products out. They're continuing to evolve as a company, bringing new technology, new videos, new products, opening new markets. You're not working. When Jeunesse starts to let me down, then I'm open. But I've been involved with the company for near 7 years now. They've never let me down once. In fact, the stories just kept getting better and better and better every single time. So never, ever, ever get confused by noise. Understand that Jeunesse is growing fast, and I want you to take responsibility as a leader and grow with it. All right? It's really, really powerful. Jeunesse is working. I've got a short video here, a couple of minute video, but I really feel that it's going to hit home with what I'm talking about with growth, timing, now, evolution, taking responsibility. Everyone in this room can do it. Everyone in this room could be Sapphire Elite and above in 12 months. But it's not going to be easy, but I can guarantee you one thing, it will be worth it. So let's just have a look at this.
The Monday rant video was reverse engineered. I just knew that people would want to watch it. And that's what I also think is going to happen here.
Basically, I want this film to give you the audacity to actually go out and do it.
You're 52 years old, and it's not being talked about enough that, hey man, hey gal, it's not over. If you want it so bad, if it's in you, maybe it's not time to take up golf or, pack it in. Maybe it's time to actually triple down and really focus on your 7 p.m. to 2 in the morning. There's so many people that truly are good entrepreneurs or have entrepreneurial DNA, but they just weren't lucky enough to be born during an era that seemed practical. It's hard for somebody who's for 30 years gone a certain blueprint to understand that this is that realistic, and they feel like it's a young man's sport, and it's just not. It's just not. It's, if you've got the right DNA and you're a 72-year-old female, you have just as good of a bat as a 27-year-old dude. But you've been trained and story told to and positioned and lived in a 50-year manner that doesn't feel like this thing in here is a practical way to build that, but it is. Entrepreneurship is not predicated on taking away from your family. Entrepreneurship is from taking away from everything else.
So stop making excuses. Oh, these millennial kids are so entitled. Oh, these kids didn't have to work as hard as we did. Nobody cares if you're 40, 70, 90, alien, female, male, minority. The market will accept your victories if you're good enough to have a victory. And I believe more than ever that if you're a 49-year-old housewife with 2 kids, because of this phone, you've got more opportunities to create something for yourselves. Please, my friends, do not allow just the 18 and 14 and 22-year-olds to grab at this pie that is so available to all of us, regardless of our age. We're gonna live longer. The opportunity is real. For the 58-year-old right now that's watching this, you're gonna live another 40 years. 40 years of being able to do something you love is a big deal. Start putting in the work. Start recognizing this isn't just a young person's game. Start representing the people that actually put in the work, the gray hairs, that context, that knowledge. Start deploying that. Educate yourself on the new world. Yes, you didn't grow up with Instagram. You didn't grow up driving, and you learned that. Stop making excuses. Start getting educated in the actual world and start opening up the opportunities. In my true opinion, you are actually more likely to be successful in building a company at 45, 50 today than the 18-year-olds that are coming out because there's a naivete, a lack of experience. You have experience. You have experience. That's a real thing. Cool. Youth and excitement is great. You have actual business experience. There's a plenty amount of talent. And there's a ton of fire and bravado. And there's a confidence. There's a confidence that youth provides. And the difference between me and so many of you is I've put in the goddamn work to learn where people's attention now is, and I'm deploying myself through there. Many of you have drawn a line in the sand and say, I'm not downloading Snapchat. I'm not downloading Instagram, and that, my friends, is gonna allow you to lose. This video is made for one reason. I want it to be the calling card, the seed of the explosion of the 40 to 80-year-old entrepreneur in our society. The fire I see in the eyes of a 19, 20, 25-year-old that feels that they're entitled to this, and then on the flip side, the diminishing, just a little bit of ashes with a little smoke left of that same entrepreneur when they were 22 at 46, when practicality and family dynamics and the history and the market tearing down and the lack of that same opportunity has just dwindled down to a moment where they don't believe that they've got that shot. And I'm here to tell you, you absolutely do. I mean, there are absolutely a ton of entrepreneurs that started their companies in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s when it was difficult to do such a thing. Sidney Frank, who created Grey Goose, didn't invent his big thing until his 70s. And so I'm desperate to give you the springboard to say, you know what? Instead of watching House of Cards seasons, instead of trying to, go to ball games or things of that nature, I do have 7 p.m. till 2 in the morning, Monday through Friday. Heck, for a lot of you, the kids are out of the house. I mean, let's get into practicality for the late 40s, 50s, 60-year-olds that are watching this right now. The kids are out of the house. Like, yeah, you could pick up golf, or you could finally start that candle company because you put pretty pictures of candles on Instagram and it happens. Learn the craft. Figure out the opportunity at hand, go attack it. You only live once. When you're 90 to 100 years old and you're regretting that you never built this business and you let this era pass, this moment where there's so much entrepreneurial upside, you'll regret it, and regret is the worst.
Powerful message. The 7 p.m. to the 2 a.m. What are you doing in that time? You can go to work, you can put your kids to bed, you can do whatever, and then from 7 to 2 a.m. is your time to shine. Your time to shine. Janesse, as I said, is already a major success story. You have a chance to be a chapter in the book of Janesse. Don't be a page. Who's in to win? Who wants success? I encourage you in the next 12 months, become that leader you want to be. If you want to be a Ruby, become that leader. Do what's required. If you want to be a diamond, become that leader. Do what's required. And if you take action, reflect, learn the lessons, and evolve, you'll have the growth to be able to help you have success. I want you to win. Aaron wants you to win. All the diamonds want you to win. Everyone here wants you to win. Take the responsibility and win. And let's give it our best shot. Thank you.